He texts you, and instead of just smiling, your brain immediately starts working. Was his tone different from the usual one? What does this mean? Why did he end there? Should I reply now or should I wait? What if I wait? What if he takes it as cold? But if I reply now, wouldn't it be too desperate? What if I completely misread the whole situation? And by the time you actually reply, which took around 40 minutes, you feel completely exhausted, completely drained from a text message. If that felt uncomfortably specific, stay with me. Because that was me some years ago. I was probably the one of the biggest overthinkers you could ever imagine. I remember myself once I took myself from a really good date into anxiety just by midnight. Because when you constantly wait for something to go wrong, you actually miss the part where everything goes right. So you do not enjoy the journey, you just wait for something to happen. For years, I thought that this is who I am. Too anxious, too overthinking, too much in my head. And I really convinced myself that this is just me, this is just my personality. But it's not. It is a nervous system pattern. And in today's video, I will show you how understanding just one little thing completely changes the ability of how feminine you can actually be and how feminine you can actually feel. And yes, you can really enjoy your relationship the way they are, and even the dating life. Hi, my name is Dasha. I'm Slavic. I'm psychology educated and I'm living with Bali with my German husband who proposed to me just within a year of meeting me. Stay with me because on this channel I'm talking a lot about psychology, about women, about all the crises that women can face with, about femininity, about attachment styles, about how to be magnetic. And yes, I was one of the most chronic overthinkers you have ever met. Feminine energy, the real feminine energy, not this like fake one or performing one, lives in one state. It lives in the present moment, it lives in the body. And the difference with controlling, with overthinking, they are living like in the future, they are living in the past, what will happen, what happened already. They never live right now, they are never in the presence, and this is the biggest difference between them. What he is thinking, what can go wrong, why did I say that, why he replied this, so it's constantly cycling into this loop between past and future and never being right now, in this moment, in the present moment. So you're physically there on the date with a man, but real you not here. The actual you has left the building. The most magnetic quality a real woman can have, it is not her appearance, and it is not mystery, it is not being confident, it is not looking in a certain way. It is being able to be in a present moment. And this is really a rare feeling, because most of us, I would say 90%, constantly thinking about what you will do next, or did you say that right, or maybe you should act differently. So you're always between this past and future, what happened and what will happen, but you are never here in this moment. So what is magnetic? Magnetic is being here. It is quality of genuinely, very honestly being right now in this room with this person. And the only thought that is in your head right now, it is about him. Men feel this before, way before they can actually explain that. They usually say something like, I don't know what is about this woman, but she made me feel like I'm the only one who is in this restaurant, I'm the only one who is in the city, I'm the only one who she's really talking to. This feeling that finally someone saw you, and you cannot think your way into the presence. That's actually the problem, right? You cannot perform it, you cannot think how you will be there, because that makes you being much further from the presence. That's again overthinking, that's again this loop. And here what I found super interesting while I'm working with women, this overthinking, constant overthinking, it is not just a noise in your head, it is something very deep from you, that is something trying to tell you not about him, but about you. We are going to get to that. Let me describe 3 specific situations and you text me how many are about you. So the first situation, he reads your message, 2 hours passed, no reply. You were doing something talking to a friend, maybe putting on your makeup, you were cooking, reading, working, and then you notice, it's 2 hours past and he still didn't reply on your message. And suddenly, this one small fact became the only one that is present. Your brain starts working. Maybe he is busy? Yeah, obviously, of course he is busy. He's at work. It's Monday, 3 p.m. But what if something shifted? What if he didn't like what I text? Or maybe he doesn't like me anymore, or maybe he met someone who he likes more, or maybe I said something wrong, or maybe he misread my message. Maybe I was looking very bad yesterday. Maybe he doesn't see the future with me. So you reread the last messages and find that there is no evidence of that. So you calm down for a few moments, but then your anxiety starts again. And this loop, the cycle, just repeats over and over again. The loop runs because your brain thinks that if you would analyze long enough, then you will find the answer that will stop this anxiety, this will stop this uncertainty. It will not find that answer. Because the answer is not in the messages, the answer is not in your phone, the answer is not in analyzing constantly, it is not in writing, it is in waiting. And doesn't matter how many times you reread and reanalyze these messages, it will not change how he will answer and what he will do. Here is something I have noticed working with the women. Everyone has some specific underneath reason to overthink and reanalyze and reread it over and over again. For some women, it is like an inside belief that maybe I'm not good enough, and maybe maybe he realizes that. For another one, it is I'm always losing the good things, and he was a good guy, so yeah, of course I will lose him. For another one, it is I have to stay in control. If I control the things, they would go right. But if I just go with the flow and just let it go, then for sure something will happen. And because I'm not controlling, I will not even have the reaction to change it. The pattern looks completely the same, right? So it's in all of these cases, the woman is just controlling and overthinking and is not really confident enough and just rereads, reanalyzes. So it looks kind of the same, but the root is different. The reason is different. And when you analyze your specific root, it actually loses a lot of its power. In the end of the video, I will show you the quiz that will help you analyze your root in just 2 minutes, so you know what to do. Keep that in mind. The second situation. You was on amazing date. You came home just glowing, just thinking that, oh, it was one of the best dates I have ever had. He's such a great guy. We were laughing, we were talking, everything went so smooth. It was brilliant. And then you go to bed, and instead of just be really grateful for this day and just go fall asleep, your brain starts working. Your brain runs the full review. What question did I ask? Did I seem too available? Maybe I opened my cards too early. I had to be more mysterious. I put on the wrong dress. Yeah, that was the reason I put on the wrong dress. Why did I laugh at the things that weren't even that funny? Now he thinks that I'm an idiot. I was too available. I made him understand that I like him. And by midnight, you turned from a really, genuinely, honestly, a very good date into a nightmare. Nothing happened. He didn't change his mind about you. Really nothing happened. It was a good date, but your brain couldn't let you just enjoy it. The third one. You are meeting someone, actually you're even already building some relationship, and it's really good. You really feel that the man is choosing you. He's present, he's showing up, he calls you when he promises. He is never gone, you always know where he is. He is not trying to hide. He doesn't play this mysterious guy. He's actually here. He's safe, and you feel anxious like you never felt before. So your brain starts scanning, looking for the first signs, rehearsing already how will you handle it when it will go wrong, because it will go wrong. So you're preparing for the lost that didn't even happen. Instead of being in this wonderful connection with a wonderful guy, you're just constantly preparing for the end. You're already in that future where everything ended. And so you do not enjoy it, and he feels that something is wrong, and guess what? It will go to this end. Here is what's actually happening when you're overthinking. Somewhere in your past, probably when you was very young, something happened that you learned that staying alert, staying in control helps you to survive. Maybe that was something with the parents, maybe it was something with the teachers, maybe something at school, maybe it was in a very, very young age, something happened that this pattern was built. So you learned uncertainty, it is dangerous. Maybe you learned that being alert means that you have a better chance not to be blindsided. So your brain built a pattern like stay ahead of it, analyze everything. You should always be in control. Find the answer before the bad situation happens. That pattern was amazing. It was brilliant. It really protected you. It helped you to survive. It helped you to grow like who you are. But the problem is you're bringing this pattern into adult's life because that was like childish pattern, and you're bringing it into adult's life, into your relationship, into a date, into your connection with people. And what happens to your feminine energy when this program is on? Yes, you're right, the feminine energy is gone. Not because you are not feminine, but because femininity lives in the body, it lives in relaxation, it lives in the present moment. And when you are like constantly in control, in alert, it's a survival mode. It is not feminine. You cannot be soft and being guarded at the same time. Have you ever seen a very cute and soft security? I've not. You cannot be like soft, mild, like beautiful and feminine and guarding, hunting, like super aggressive, super controlling at the same time. It just cannot work together. So overthinking, it's actually not a thinking process and it's not a thinking problem. It is an old protection running in the wrong place, where it shouldn't be. And the woman who feel like supernaturally glowing, supernaturally magnetic, the woman that you just stare yourself at and you think, what is about her? Why I cannot like take my eyes out of her? Why is she like so beautiful, you know? Not just her appearance, but just like her presence. What is it about her? And what like I different from her? They are not a different type of a person from you. They are not more feminine than you. It's just the thing that they can live in this present. Their body feels safe enough not to be alert. Their body feels safe enough to stop scanning. And this is the entire difference. So let's work with this overthinking and over-controlling. The first thing that you should do is to stop trying to stop it. Do not stop it. Try to understand what is underneath it. There are a lot of advices like when you are overthinking, just go for a run. Call your friend. Maybe like do some boxing, you know, like do something. And it really helps for about 4 minutes, maybe 5. But then it becomes again, it just continues. It's like a loop, you know, it's like a circle that you're into every time. You feel better for a few moments, but then you come back to the cycle because you just postponed it. You didn't actually solve it. You didn't really understand what is behind this. You just like postponed it like 5 minutes later, you know. What you should really do is ask yourself, what am I actually scared of right now? Like, try to really ask yourself and answer this honestly. What am I scared of right now? The answer is usually very simple. For example, I'm scared that he will just pull away. I'm scared that this will end like the last my relationship ended. I'm scared I said too much. I'm scared that he will not choose me. I'm scared that there could be someone better. And when you name the fear, it kind of loses some power of it, you know? Like, that's how we face our fears, right? We name them. You can do even more. You can write it down and like ask yourself, okay, what will happen then? You know, for example, what am I really scared right now? I'm scared that he will pull away. And I'm writing this down to my journal. Okay, I'm scared of this, that he will pull away. And what is so scary about it? That I will stay alone again. I will be just like a lonely woman, you know, all my life. Okay, I will be a lonely woman all my life. And what is scary about it? Like, what am I scared about it? I'm scared that I will never get married. What is so scary about it? And you just continue until you like really realize what is this fear, you know? And when you can name this fear and even can say this loud, then it's not that scary anymore. The third one, go slower than the overthinking. The thing is, a lot of people say, when you overthink, when you're anxious, when you're controlling, try to do something fast, like go for a run, call your friend and talk, you know, like do something like do jogging, right? Or watch a movie, like do something distracting, something that like your brain just cannot like really even cannot do two things at the time, right? Like overthink and do something like that fast. But as I said before, it never helps for like in a long term, right? It helps for a couple minutes, maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and that's it. And the thing is here, do something slowly, you know, that will not stop the overthinking completely, but it will really make it much quiet. That will take the anxiety away. What could it be? For example, you can go for a walk and walk like 50% of your usual speed. You just walk and you just really enjoy the scenery around you. You start noticing, for example, what color is the sky? What birds do I see? How many dogs are on the street? How do I feel when I'm walking? What would be nice to change in this room, in this street or where you're walking? The second, what you can do, cooking. That's actually my favorite practice. I always cook, and I cook something really like, you know, difficult to cook when I'm overthinking, when I'm anxious, because that helps me to be in this present moment. I'm cooking something that allows me to like understand the texture of it, the smell of it, the technique, how maybe I will write down it to my recipe book, how will I color it, how will I like design this recipe, you know, how I will lay the table later for my husband with this food. Maybe I can call my friends, and like I'm thinking about this in a very slow like mode, and the dish is amazing, and I stop overthinking. I just forget about it. I said earlier that overthinking is never random, right? It always has a reason underneath it. It is something about you. It is not about him. It was never about him. And here is what I mean. The spiral always starts at the same moment for each woman. The spiral always starts at the same moment for each woman. So something like triggering happening. For example, it's the moment of uncertainty. That's, I think, the biggest trigger, right? So he didn't give you the uncertainty right now. He didn't answer you. He didn't call you. And the wound, the old one, very, very old wound, opened. For some women, this wound is, I'm not good enough. For another one, I am always losing something that is good. For others, if I'm not controlling the situation, something bad will happen. And this spiral, they're rereading, they're reanalyzing, they're scanning for some signs, they're scanning for something that went wrong. That is your brain just simply doing the only thing it learned, how to deal with this wound. Think about this. The spiral is not about him. It never was about him. It is your oldest fear speaking in the voice in the present. And when you actually can name this fear, then it loses half of this power. Not all of it, but enough. Enough to start coming back to your body. Enough to coming back to the present moment. Enough to let this feminine and magnetic state come into the first place. So I made the quiz. You can find it in the description of this video. The quiz is, what is stopping you being in your feminine energy? It is completely for free. It is just taken like about 2 minutes to fill, but you will get your personal result, your personal reason, what is really behind underneath this overthinking, overanalyzing, always rereading at the midnight his messages. What is behind this? That would be your first step to work with it, to really just enjoy your life and come into your magnetic version. Subscribe to my channel, because every week I'm talking about psychology, femininity, natural magnetism and glowing, about the nervous system patterns and how to deal with them. See you in the next video.